Greetings to you. Let us explore the meaning behind the lyrics of Vaslui 1475 by Harmasar. Sultan Mehmed II was the ruler of the Ottoman Empire during the later half of the 15th century. He is known for conquering Constantinople and thus ending the dominance of the Byzantine Empire in the region. As a side note, not really related to the main plot of the song, yataghan is a type of saber, which originated in the Ottoman Empire. Here it is probably just used to describe Mehmed's intention to engage in military conflict. Being at the head of a vast expansionist empire, the Sultan waged a number of wars throughout his reign, including the war against Moldavia. At that time, the ruler of Moldavia was Stefan III, aka Stefan the Great. He and Mehmed came to blows over the regions of southern Bessarabia and Wallachia. Both territories have for a long time been the subject of contention between a number of local powers and the place for a number of political intrigues, with ever-changing alliances, backstabbing and all that fun stuff. When Mehmed got tired of the fact that the Ottoman grasp on the region was shaky at best, he ordered Stefan to pay his homage to the Sultan and relinquish some of Stefan's powers. The Moldavian ruler declined, and thus the Ottoman and the Moldavian armies advanced on each other. A point about the line Gyaur necredincios, or an infidel Gyaur. It is worth noting that Stefan has apparently been a staunch Christian, as he fasted for days after the battle and attributed his victory to the Christian god. Mehmed, on the other hand, was a Muslim, and to him the Moldavian ruler was an infidel, or as they were called by the Ottomans, a Gyaur. In this context, it probably did not mean an unbeliever per se, but rather served as a pejorative way to call a non-Muslim. This verse introduces Suleiman Pasha, the Ottoman general who was actually leading the ill-fated invading army. Pasha in this case is the title of nobility, a court rank if you will, so we can refer to him as Suleiman for the sake of simplicity. I'm not really confident about the last line because the original text says Salpiarță pe Ștefan, which almost all the sources I could find translate as to lose Stefan. Only a single source translated it as to lay waste, and I stuck with it because it makes more sense to me. If anyone can clarify what it actually means here, please do so. The chorus is mostly a decorational text, generally contributing to the image of war, a conflict for the perceived freedom of Moldavia from the Ottoman influence. It rages mercilessly like fire, and blood is flowing abundantly, all the colorful metaphors. The line about cutting off the heathen also emphasizes the religious undertones of the conflict, even if they were probably not the foremost reasons for going to war. The last line presents some historical interest. It is told that the day of the battle was very misty, and the dampness and opacity of the fog limited the capabilities of both belligerents. It might have contributed to the Ottoman defeat, as they were on an unfamiliar ground and tired after a march. Not being able to see your enemies probably did not help. The battle was a disaster for the Ottomans. They were lured to unfavorable positions, decimated by the Moldavian ranged units, got caught in the marshes, fell from a collapsing bridge, and then Suleiman lost control of his forces when Moldavians sounded bugles from the rear of the enemy camp, making an impression of an attack from behind. As the verse notes rather precisely, the crescent moon, the symbol of the Ottoman Empire, perished that day. At the end, another round of colorful descriptions of Suleiman's defeat. I am not sure about the meaning of the last 4 lines. I have not found anything that these lyrics might refer to. It might allude to the aforementioned piety of Stefan, and the verse proclaims the sovereignty of the Christian God over all that is on the face of the earth. It might as well not, that is just my speculation. That is all for the meaning behind the lyrics of Vaslui 1475 by Harmasar. All the links to the band are in the description, and thanks for watching.